Good morning, students. Good morning to all. Till last class, we have studied about the definitions of the economics. What's the meaning of economics? What's the meaning of microeconomics? What's the concept of the microeconomics? And some of the features of microeconomics. And not only that, we have studied if you want to know about the scope of the economics, we must study some of the definitions provided by the different economists. Okay, so that we have studied the definitions, the four basic and important definitions. Okay, so today we will study about the scope of economics. Okay, scope of economics. So the scope of subject of the economics refers to on the subject matter of economics. Okay. So on the basis of the subject matter of economics, we can clearly understand the scope of economics. Okay, and not only that, it throws light on whether it is an art or a science, and if science, whether it is a positive science or a normative science. Okay, so normally we can consider the economics as an art, and another one of the side, so we can consider the economics as a science. Okay, even though if you are considering the economics as a science, so we can has one of the controversy, it is the positive science or the normative science. Okay, anyway, so for studying the scope of economics, first we have to understand the subject matter of the economics. Okay, so what are the subject matter is there. On the basis of the subject matter, we can easily understand the concept of economics. Okay, just see the diagram. So in this diagram, so the circle is there. So the subject matter of economics circles. Okay, first one is wants, efforts, and production. Next one is distribution. Next consumption. Okay, when you are seeing this picture or the diagram, what you are understand? First, we have studied the wants is the basic of all the economic activities, right? So the wants. So the wants is the basic economic activities. Okay, so all the economic activities have one of the human wants, because without human wants we can't ready or we won't ready to consume any of the commodities. Okay, for example, if you are taking the food, okay, so the human behavior wants to consume the food for their basic necessities. Okay, otherwise if they want to consuming or if they want to enjoying some of the other commodities first, so the human desire is need. Okay, the human desire is called wants. So the wants is the basic point of all economic activities. Okay, next efforts. Efforts mean, so if you after getting the wants or after having the desire to consuming any of the wants, what we have to do? So we have to take some of the effort to attain their wants and reaching and satisfying the wants. Okay, so for that we need money, right? Suppose if they have some of the wants or if they have some of the desire to consuming any of the commodities, first we need money to purchasing that commodities. After purchasing that commodity only we can consuming that commodities. Okay, so we need some of the effort to purchasing that commodities. Okay, so for that we have to take more effort to attain to or satisfying the wants arised in our mind. Okay, what are the effort? We will going to the work and we will take some of the we will produce some of the product, and what are the effort is need or what are the effort is required, so we will take that effort. Okay, so suppose if the producers want to produce any of the commodities, they will make one of the industries and they will adapt some of the factor of production to producing that commodities. Okay, so next after that effort, so the producer or the individual people also will produce or purchase that commodities. Okay, suppose if you are taking the example as a producer, the producer will produce that commodities. Okay, by taking that effort. Okay, by taking that effort, the producer means the producer will be producing enough the commodities. Okay, so the production will be appear. by having the basic needs of the wants. Okay, so the production is over. Okay, so after the production of the commodities, so what we need, so the produced commodities must be attain the hands of the consumer. Okay, so the channel of distributions, okay, the channel of distribution is needed after producing the commodities, okay, for the purpose of consuming the consumer. Okay, in the way of distributions, okay, after the production, so we have to take the distributions activity. Okay, so after the distribution, so the all type of the produced commodity will be reach the hands of the consumer. After that, the consumer will be consume that commodity. Okay, after consuming that commodities, he will get some of the satisfaction. Okay, next one wants is reached, and one of the wants is attained their satisfaction, and one wants also have been completed. Okay, so after that, the next one will be arises. Okay, if you satisfied one of the wants arised in our mind is consumed or it is satisfied. Okay, after the satisfied, another wants will be appear. Okay, so in this way, so the cyclical will be circle. Okay, so by the way of the circle only, so the economic activity will be moving. Okay, so not only that, by seeing this circle, so what are the another side is there, or what are the subject matter is also consisting mean. So the economics focus on the behavior and interaction among the economic agents. Okay, economics focuses on the behavior and interaction among economic agents and the individuals and the groups belonging to the economic systems. The agents mean, so we can consider as a channel of distributions, and the individual people and some of the groups belonging an economic system means the organization or the public or the private. Okay, so the economic focus on the behavior and interaction among the economic agents or individuals and how they will interlink with each one another. Okay, because the wants is arised from the individual peoples. Okay, but the effort and production and the distribution is undertaken by the other organizations, maybe the organization, maybe the private or the public. Okay, again the consumption is satisfied by the human beings. Okay, where the wants was arised, that wants is consumed by the consumer. Okay, for that some of the three factors are the producers or the distributors or the channel of the distributions will be come to in need to fulfill the wants of consumer, right? And not only that, so it deals with the activities such as the consumption and productions of goods and services and the distributions of income among the factor of productions. Okay, some of the economic activities such as the consumption and the productions. Okay, the consumption is made by the consumer, the production is produced by the producers. Okay, so on the basis of the wants only, the producers will be producing enough the commodity, and for whom, so the same consumers. Okay, so here some of the activities, the consumption and production, the goods and services is available, or it will be arranged between the producers and the consumers. The wants is arranged by the consumer, the product is produced by the producers, again the produced commodity is consumed by the consumers. Okay, some of the interlink between the consumer and the producers will be appear, or it will be there. Okay, not only that, so some of the channel of distributions and the efforts are taken by the producer to produce enough the commodities by having the factor of productions. Okay, so when they are adapting the factor of production to produce enough the commodities, he take one of the effort, that is the distribution of income among the factor of productions. The factor of productions mean the land, labor, capital and organizations, right? So the four factors of production is involved to produce enough the commodities by the producers. Okay, so after having the profit, after earning the profit by the producers must be given the remuneration to their factor of productions in the form of any one of the way. Okay, so the distribution of income also will be appear in this factor of productions by the producers. right? And not only that, the economics study of economics also focuses are made by or the depending upon the rational human behavior. Okay, the rational human behavior means, so already we have studied the wants, after wants only is there, so after arrest the wants in our human mind, they are taking the effort. Okay, when they are taking the effort, they must having some of the rational mentality, okay, or the rational knowledge. Okay, so the economic activities also will be depending upon by the rational behavior of the consumer or the rational behavior of the individual people. Rational behavior mean some of the intellectual peoples. Okay, so when we are going to spend some amount of the money to consuming any of the commodities, so the consumer must be expecting the optimum level satisfactions. Okay, so all the people should not spend more money to consuming any of the commodities. Okay, for example, if you want to decide to consuming any of the commodity and you are ready to spend some amount of the money to consume that commodity, mean you will not spend more amount to consuming that commodities. Okay, if you want to get decide to consuming one cup of tea, you will ready to give that 10 rupees to consume that cup of tea, right? Okay, because of that you will not ready to consume the cup of tea by spending the 1,000 rupees. Okay, so the rationalist people only will be spending some amount of the money is equalized to the worth of the product. Okay, so the economic activities also studied by the rational human behavior, right? The next point, the economic studies the ways in which people use available resources to satisfy their multiplicity of wants. Okay, so the economics also studied the how the individual peoples and the organizations are going to use the natural resources or the available resources to satisfy their multiplicity of wants. Okay, for example, the land is there. Okay, suppose some area, some acre of the lands are available in our nations. Okay, but the how the people or the public or the individual persons are going to use that land. Okay, is the land is going to use for producing the cultivate or producing or building any of the industries is taken by the rationalized peoples. Okay, so the economics also studies how the natural resources are going to satisfy the multiplicity of wants and the use of the available resources to satisfy their multiplicity of wants. Okay, so in this way we have to take some of the effort to protect the natural resources, and we have to know the value of the natural resources. Okay, and we must know about the way of using the natural resources, okay, the availability resources. Okay, so because of having the availability of more natural resources, we should not use all the resources to producing them particular amount of the commodities. Okay, so in a proper way or in an optimum way, we have to use the natural resources for satisfying the multiplicity of wants. Okay, so in this way, so the second definitions also is be consisting or concluding. Okay, because so already we have studied in our second definition. So the economics is the study of choice, because so the multi when we have the multiplicity of wants, we have to use the available resources for which one is most important. Okay, and next in the study of the scope of economics, we have to consider the scarcity, the problem of a scarcity. The scarcity is a problem indicating the gap between what people want and what they are able to get. Okay, so on the basis of human wants, all the persons, all the people will get their wants in any of the way. Okay, but when we are getting wants, when we are get the desire to consuming any of the commodities, that people must be considered their capacity to attain their or capacity to consuming that commodities. Okay, suppose for the examples, the poor peoples, if the poor people want to consuming or purchasing any of the car, it is not possible, right? So the rich people can able to consuming one of the commodities, okay, because these persons can able to purchasing that commodities, okay. So the economics also study the problem of scarcities. It is indicating the gap between what people want and what they are able to get, okay. So in this between gap, so we must taking some of the considerations point. In this point, so the scarcity can be eliminated either by limiting the human wants or by increasing the supply of goods, okay. Suppose the scarcity of available resources are there and the unlimited wants also there in another one of the side, okay. But in these two factor we must we must eliminate any one of the factors, okay. One is the human people, the peoples must be reduced their wants are in our mind, okay. Otherwise the government or the people should increasing the supply of commodities, okay. First, if the demand is more, if the human unlimited human wants is there, and if all the people are wants to consuming more commodity, what we have to do, so we have to increasing the supply of commodities, okay. So if you are not able to increasing the supply of commodities, the human wants must be reduced, okay. But in normal days the reducing the human wants is not possible, because all the people will want to consuming all type of commodities, okay. So the no people will ready to leaving their wants of consuming commodities, okay. So we have to increasing the supply of commodity. That is the proper points. Next point is the economics is concerned with the activities of human being only. Human being mean what? The rationalized human being. So the activities of human being means, so we have studied, so the economic activity, non-economic activity, okay. What are the people who are taking or undertaking some of the effort to fulfill their satisfaction of their basic days or the basic life, that's called economic activity, okay, with the purpose of earning more income. If there is no the object of earning income in, it will be called as a non-economic activities, okay. But even some of the people are taking more effort to providing the services to the unknowing peoples, the name of service, that is called non-economic activity. Anyway, the economics is concerned with the activity of human being only. So here we have to note another one point. The human beings are related to one another, and the actions of one member affect those of the other members in the society, okay. Because now when we are going to production of the commodities, have to adapt some of the factor of productions, okay. In this factor of production, for example, labor mean, so when we are adapting the labor for producing of the commodities, so the producers will be affect by increasing the productivity to consume any of the commodities, okay. Otherwise, on the basis of increasing the populations, if you are adapting more number of people to producing any of the commodities, so the earning income will be affected by one member to another member or one people to another peoples, okay. Suppose the one of the productions of commodity which has not good health for the human people, this affected the another peoples, okay. Because some of the activity will be acceptable by one group of peoples, and some of the same activities or the same production or the same product or same of the economic activity will be not suitable for the another group of the members in these societies. At last, we can come to the conclude all human activities related to the wealth constitute the subject matter of economics, okay. So all human activities related to the wealth constitute the subject matter of economics means, so what are the human activities related to the wealth? So already we have studied the commerce, so the human activities are the economic activities. All the activities taken by the human beings by having the aim of earning more income and wealth, that is called economic activities. Because all the economic activities undertaken by the human being is a subject matter of economics, right? So we can consider like that also. Okay, students. Next, in the scope of economics, we have to know about the another one of the controversial point is economics is an art or science. Okay, so if it is art, economics is a positive science or normative science. Okay, so there is a big controversy are there. The controversy is economics is an art or science, one side. Another one side, so if you are considering the economics as a science, so it is a positive science or a normative science. So this is also we have to explain. Okay, so this is also will come under the scope of the economics. First we will say about the economics as an art. Okay, what's the mean or what are the points are there to considering the economics as an art. First we have to know about the what's the meaning of art. So art is the practical application of knowledge for achieving particular goods. If you want to achieving particular goods, so we have to apply some of the practical applications. Okay, so here in this economics, what we are going to achieving particular goods, particular goals. Okay, for example, so we are drawing or we are undertaking some of the planning, 5-year plan. In every 5 years, so we are drawn, the government are drawing the 5-year plan. Okay, so the 5-year plan is one of the art. We can consider the 5-year plan as an art, because for achieving the particular goals within the 5 years, we have to apply some of the practical knowledge. Okay, by having the past experience and the future predictions. Okay, by having the past experience and the future predictions, so we can apply the practical applications. Okay, what was going on, what will going on. Okay, for achieving the particular goal, so we can apply the economics as a practical knowledge. Okay, because where, so in these planning commissions, the planning commissions are taking so many of the effort to achieving the particular goals within the particular period of time. Okay, so we can say the economics as an art. Okay, not only that, if you want to achieving particular goals, so we can apply the practical economics knowledge. Okay, so in this area, so we can consider the economics as an art. And not only that, the economics provides guidelines to the solution to all the economic problems. Okay, all the economic problems mean simply we can take the basic economic problems. Okay, the basic economic problem is what we have to produce, how to produce, for whom we have to produce. Okay, this is all basic economic problems, right? This basic problem how to will be removed or eliminated by applying some of the practical knowledge. Okay, so how to produce means, so we have to know which factor is more in our nation. Suppose if the labor is more means, so we can produce the commodities by including the labor. So suppose if we have more capital mean, we can apply the machineries to produce the commodities. Okay, then what to produce? Okay, suppose in our nation is underdeveloped nations, so we can't produce the basic necessity of life. In our nation is developing nations or developed nations mean, so we have to produce the capital goods. Okay, so on the basis of the problems or on the basis of our planning or any of the practical application of knowledge, so the economics also provides the guidance to the solutions. Okay, so the guidance to the solution to the economic problems. Okay, we have some of the economic problem, so the economics also producing or providing the solutions. Okay, so when we are having the solution to removing the economic problems, so we can consider the economics as an art. And some of the economists, AC Bigo and Alfred Marshall and others also regarding economics as an art. Okay, so many of the people are regarding consider the economics as an art. Okay, next economics as a science. Okay, why we have to consider the economics as a science? First, if you are taking the science, science is a systematic study of knowledge. Okay, when we are going to study the knowledge, or otherwise you have studied the science in your previous calls also. Okay, science is a systematic study of knowledge. If there any of the definitions, or if any of the laws or the working of laws means, so the law will never change, right? Suppose the Newton's first law is there means, so the Newton's first law will never change, right? Like that, in our economics also, some of the laws will never change. Okay, never change mean, for example, the law of demand is there. Still we not studied the law of demand, but I am telling. So law of demand mean, when the demand is increased, the price also will be increased. When the demand is decreased, price also will be decreased. Okay, so this is also one of the law in our economics. Okay, this law will never change except some of the assumptions or some of the circumstances. Okay, like that. So we can consider the economics as a science. And not only that, so when we are studying the science, it's a systematic study of knowledge. So all its relevant facts are collected, classified, and analyzed with the scale of measurement. Okay. So when you are studying the science or law of science, so the all facts are collected, classified, and analyzed with the scale of measurement. Okay, like that. So when we are going to study some of the laws or some of the theories in economics, we have to need of collected, classified, and analyzed the samples are some of the data with the proper measurement. Okay, so not only that, the science develops the correlationship between the cause and the effect. Okay, the cause and the effect and the scientific laws derived the test through the experiment. Okay, so in this law, the science develops the correlationship between the cause and the effect, and scientific laws derived or tested through the experiment. Okay, so like that, in our economics also, some of the laws or some of the cause and effect will be there. Cause and the effect mean, so in the supply function, for the example, if you are taking the functions of supply, the price is the cause. Okay, when the supply is increased, when the price is increased, the supply also will be increased. Okay, when the price is increased, when the price of the commodity is increased, the supply of the commodities also will be increased. Okay, here the price is cause. Okay, the increasing price is the cause, but increasing the supply is the effect. Okay, in economics, so the supply functions are there, so we will study later. On the basis of the supply function, when the price of the commodities increase, the supply also will be increase. Okay, so the increasing the price is the cause, so the increasing the supply is the effect. Okay, so by using the data and the fact, science develops the correlation between the cause and the effect. Okay, here also the economics also will be develops the correlation between the cause and the effect. Okay, so we can consider the economics as a science. Okay, and not only that, so the in science also, all the future predictions or the experiments are made by the scientists is accepted by the universally. Okay, here in economics also, so many of the laws and theories are accepted by the universals. Okay, so this all the laws in economics also universally accepted. Okay, next is the in next class we can see if you are considering the economics as a positive science or normative science. Okay, now it's enough. So if you have any doubt in this area, just please ask me. Thank you.